Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Koranita Jaya Maya Poshashi 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 Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai.
Welcome. Swagatam. 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 You know Swagatam? Swagatam. So, Radharani's appearance day was on Wednesday, and generally in ISKCON we also celebrate on the Sunday because that's the day when most people get time off. So a few of the things we spoke about on Wednesday, so I'll try and make it a bit different for those that have. Okay, well, could you do me a favor, Paul? In the car, there's a black bag. You can just bring it in. Yeah, there's two different things to read from. So we say the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, but our consciousness of Krishna is in the mood of Radharani. That's why when Lord Chaitanya came, he showed us this is what Radharani's mood is. This is how you chant. This is how you serve. Not just that we're conscious of Krishna, but conscious of Krishna in the mood of Radharani. That's actually about, if you had it, then it wouldn't be us going to be so many, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in the mood of Radharani. So we just say Krishna consciousness, but that's actually what it is. So on a day like today, we can say that to align with what our philosophy is and also what the rasa is. What's the emotion that's involved? We can have all the rules and regulations and we follow them all, but at some point when we become more spontaneous, then it'll also be what's the rasa, what's the emotion, what should be there in the heart. Thank you, Jeho. Because in the beginning, we're just trying to get the heart clean. But once it is clean, what do we fill the heart with? what needs to be in there, what mood should there be in there. So there's a book called Vilap Kusumanjali by Shivram Maharaj, and he dedicates the first part of the book to the qualifications for somebody to get into the mood of Radharani, what that would be, you know. So he says, Trinadapi Sanichana, Toradapi Sahishnana, Amanina Manidena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So we know that we have to hear, and we know that we have to chant. Well, perhaps what we don't always remember is what is the state of mind. If the state of mind is not correct, then it means that we won't get a taste for chanting. And if you do have a taste for chanting, then that would mean that you'd be chanting constantly. So if you don't find yourself chanting constantly, then it means, unfortunately, you don't have a taste for the holy name. And so it may take some time to get to the stage, but generally what happens is along the way we get little glimpses of perfection, and some days our rounds are really good, and when they are, then we can't stop chanting. So we know in those days, oh, so this is what it's supposed to be like all the time. So state of mind is something that we have to work on. Hearing and chanting, we can do that right from day one, but getting the right state of mind can be a little tricky. Herein, steadiness in Nam Sankirtan appears to be determined by steadiness in humility, tolerance, and respectfulness. Although these characteristics appear to be favorable to the development of Raga Bhakti, the truth is that not only humility is the Swarup Lakshan, which means the qualities that you should be having, with tolerance and respectfulness are the Tatashta Lakshanas favoring humility. Therefore, as humility develops, it becomes so increasingly inseparable from raga that it becomes one with it. At its developed stage, humility is known as dainya, and it is attained by carefully cultivating speech, behavior, and thought while avoiding anything that obstructs such culture. So dainya is referred to utsahanishchat. So it's explained that Rupa Goswami is saying that we need to be tolerant, we have to be enthusiastic, we have to be confident, and we have to be patient. So this patience is a symptom of one who has humility, is tolerant, and we need that if we're going to try to develop the right mood. Hare Krishna. Then we'll need to be patient and humble along the way. And these qualities will help us to become qualified to go into the more confidential aspects of our philosophy, which is the mood of Radharani. So, humility develops as we become increasingly inseparable from rag. The purport is that humility is the only way to drive out and to avoid offenses. Without humility, Nam Sankirtan becomes lifeless. But with humility, a devotee attracts the mercy of Krishna's names. Thus, humility, like the aforementioned freedom of bad habits and regular services to both Bhagavats, is a qualification for Nishta. So the Bhagavats are the Bhagavatam, the book, and the Bhagavat, the pure devotee. So as you become more regular in serving those two Bhagavats, then you start to become more fixed till eventually you become steady. Everyone okay with this so far? Okay. So, Kaviraj Goswami gives further emphasis to humility by encouraging Vaishnavas to constantly keep in mind the Trinadapi Sanichana verse because of the importance of humility in facilitating the true growth of love. Sanatana Goswami explains that humility and love of rag act in a relationship in which each is both cause and effect. Devotees who possess the qualifications of humility, freedom from bad habits, and regular services to the Bhagavats have reached the stage of steadiness and are qualified to awaken ecstatic devotion, which generally takes about 10-15 years, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains. Acharyas Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur have described that every stage of devotion, this is a Puran state tomorrow actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, every stage of devotion beginning with Shraddha manifests a certain degree of love. Yet it is at Nishta that our devotees' love pierces the dark soil of ignorance and passion, making the unfolding flower of bhav significant and speedy. So basically, the two lower modes, ignorance and passion, are covering us. As we become steady, we start to penetrate through them. And then as the mode of goodness starts to become more prominent, then we start to become more qualified. Some may think, well, why do we need all this philosophy? Why do we need all that? I mean, can we not just chant Hare Krishna and peel the potatoes and just get on with it? Why do we need all this philosophy? So the Sambandha has to be very clear in the beginning stage, and then Abhideya, it can be put into practice. So if you're making a little aeroplane, and you have to check all the pieces of that in the model airplane. I used to make model airplanes, and they're all like stuck on this thing, and you break them off. And there's number 22, and then number 23, and then number 24. And you stick them all together. But if you decide, look, I don't really have time to check this. Look, just get the box open and let's start gluing it together. Come on, come on. And you don't know if all the parts are there, and then you start sticking it together, and then you end up with this thing, which is supposed to be an airplane, but there's a few parts missing. So it doesn't look that good at the end, you know. So the Sambandha is you get all the bits, all the philosophical parts together. And then the next stage, Abhideya, is where you start gluing it together. You start applying it. Oh, right. Okay, so I've got to be humble, I've got to be tolerant, got to be respect. Okay, let's get this attitude in order. And then if you get the plane all together nicely, and then you throw it in the air and it flies in the air, that's prayojana. That's the stage where things are starting to take off now. You've applied what you've heard all very nicely, and now automatic advancement takes place. Automatic advancement doesn't take place unless you've cultivated knowledge and are applying it. You cannot have automatic advancement as an alternative to educated application of the philosophy. You can't. It's not like, would you prefer to have automatic advancement, or do you want to mess around going through all these books and trying to figure things out? I'll go for automatic advancement. Okay, you've chosen the quick and easy way to do it. But there isn't a quick and easy way to do it. You have to go through all the philosophy and the knowledge. It has to be all there. And if it's not all there, then your faith will only be quite shallow. Your faith and your knowledge, as they go deeper, then you become qualified to go into the more intimate aspects of the philosophy, such as the mood of Srimati Radharani. And that's the rasa. And sometimes the devotees think, oh, we just want to get into the pastimes, you know, we don't want to worry about the tattva, the truths. We just want to get into the juicy parts, you know. So that's why you'll find in all these volumes, so much of the book is the introduction, which is qualifying the reader first, so that he doesn't go into the deeper aspects. But on the subject of rasa, and this I did read the other day, there's a beautiful explanation. Well, first of all, this is from Navaraji Mahima. This is volume 6, actually, from page 760. It's talking about the holy place Raval, which is where Srimati Radharani took her birth. Last day of Brahma, she took birth in Varshana. In this day of Brahma, she took birth in Raval. And how long does a day of Brahma last? Is it a few billion? Yeah. Something like 4.3 billion years ago was the last time Radharani appeared. So it's very special when she appears. So he says in this that there's 3 different accounts. So he says, so the 3 different ways that Radharani appears was one, that she appeared while her father Vrishabhana was tilling the ground. He found this beautiful golden effulgent baby, and that's the way Srila Prabhupada describes it, that he was tilling the ground, and just like with Janak Maharaj, how he found Sita, Radharani was lying there, and so he brought her back. Another account, which is the one that is generally explained in the parikrams, is that she Maharaj Vrishabhana was bathing in the Jamuna, and there was this golden light, and as it drew closer, there's this beautiful baby in a 1,000-petaled lotus And there's a picture of that baby here. For those with good eyesight, get your contact lenses in. And this is Radharani appearing in the lotus flower. Radhi, Radhi, go. Can everyone see that? Probably not. Anyway, on the front row, Radhi, Radharani. So you can imagine he was very pleased when he found, and he comes rushing back to Kirtidar to give the good news. And the third way that she appeared is that she appeared from the womb of Kirtidar, but there was no impregnation. She just appeared like with Devaki and Vasudeva. She appeared by the sweet will of the Lord. So they're the three accounts. And then, anyway, so after her birth, there's a special benediction that Devasa Muni gave. And Devasa Muni, being the elevated sage that he is, he could see past, present, and future. So he knew right away. He wanted to test whether this little girl was actually Radharani, because he'd heard that Krishna had appeared, and a year later he heard that Radharani had appeared, and he wanted to go and check to see if she was the supreme goddess. So he sees Radharani, this little girl, playing, and she's with her friends, and they're making preparations, just pretend preparations, to give to this doll of Krishna, this image of Krishna, because everyone in the village is talking about how wonderful Krishna is, all the adventures he has, and all the amazing things he's done, and the miracles he's performed, and the demons he's killed. So Krishna's like the center of everyone's activities. So Radharani is cooking for him. And Devasa Muni, he says, Devasa Muni took note of the little girl's refined manners and listened to her eloquent words. After he had intoned mantras, oh, okay, so this is a little bit further on. One day Radha was a few years old, and she was imitating her mother's domestic duties by cooking and cleaning. And Devasa Muni appeared at Vrishabhanu's palace. And he was quite a formidable sight, so everybody's a little bit scared when he turned up. The sage had already confirmed for himself that Krishna was indeed the Supreme Lord, and now he wanted to verify that Radharani had appeared in Raval. Little Radha and her young girlfriends were happily playing in the courtyard when Devasa Muni arrived. The awesome features of the sage scared away all the girls except for Srimati Radharani. Radha had often seen her parents greet sages, so she said, Swagatam, welcome, and she touched his feet. Amazed by the delicate beauty and aristocratic bearing of this tiny girl, Devasa bent over and gently asked Radha, who are you, little girl? And what games have you been playing? Can we have an echo on that? With your friends. In a steady voice, Radha answered, my name is Radha, the daughter of Queen Kirtidar. My friends and I have been pretending to cook for Maharaj Nanda's son, the killer of Putana and Trinivata. As she finished speaking, Sri Radha pointed to the courtyard in a small makeshift temple fashioned from mud. There sat a likeness of child Krishna decorated with flowers, leaves, and bits of colorful cloth. Because the residents of Braj were always speaking about Krishna, he had become the center of little Radha's life. At Radha's insistence, her mother had given her a doll of Krishna to play with. Thus, the activities of Radha and her friends would generally center around dressing and decorating Krishna's image, cooking for him, offering him arti, and then tucking him in as they sang for him. Radharani's attraction to serving Krishna was not just the result of hearing about him, she was his eternal consort. Her spontaneous inclination to serve and worship him increased with every day. Just as young girls play with dolls, Radharani and her friends played with the doll of Krishna. Seeing this, Devasa raised his thick eyebrows in wonder and asked the tiny girl, are you an attentive housewife? I am not married, little Radha replied, but because Krishna is well known to be very demanding and capricious, my friends and I try to serve the doll of him in a way that he will be satisfied with us. Devasa Muni was taken aback by Radharani's reply. No ordinary girl her age could think such thoughts, let alone find words for them. Desiring to test Radha further, the sage said, little Radha, yesterday was Ekadashi, and today I must break my fast. Won't you cook sweet rice for your Krishna and feed me the remnants? In this way, I will complete my vow, and I'll also test your skill as a cook. Though she appeared to be a tiny child, she rather at once accepted the sage's request. She offered him a seat on the bench beneath a tree and ran into the palace to tell Mother Kirtidar of her new service. Just to hear the news that Devasa Muni had arrived was enough to strike fear in the hearts of the palace residents, who knew Devasa was easily angered, thus they warily offered their respects from afar. But when the gopis and gopis saw how fatherly the sage was behaving towards little Radha, they felt somewhat reassured and at once sprang into action to fulfill his request, making preparations for sweet rice. So this is one sweet rice you don't want to burn. Mother Kirtidar personally collected the ingredients and she began to stoke the fire. Radha came into the kitchen and announced, "I must cook. The great yogi asked me to make sweet rice for him." But the queen was not willing to make child's play out of Devasa's meal at the risk of provoking him in a way that could bring a curse upon their household. Sweetly stroking her daughter's face, she said, "Darling, I will cook and watch." But Radha would not have it. "Mother, you don't understand. The saint wants to test my cooking." Kirtidar poured milk in a pot and then turned to face her daughter. The queen could see the determined look on little Radharani's face, and she knew that when her daughter wanted something, she would persist until she finally got her way. It was just her contrary nature. Devasa would have to break his fast soon, so they had no time to waste arguing. The queen nodded her head and said, "All right, let me bring the ingredients, then you can mix them and stir them in the pot." A servant set up a bench for Radha to stand on, and Kirtidar, after bringing the rice, sugar, camphor, and bay leaves, measured out the proportions. Then she and Radha together placed them in the milk. Radha took the large wooden spoon from her mother's hand and insisted that she be the one to stir the mixture until the rice had cooked. She also helped pour the sweet rice into clay pots for cooling. With plenty of time for Devasa to break his fast, the clay pots were brought outside and placed before the image of Krishna. Little Radha made the offering in her own way, with her own words. The offering complete, Radha helped her mother seat the sage comfortably in the courtyard. When Kirtidar brought a pot of sweet rice, Radha spooned its contents into a clay bowl before Devasa. Shall I continue? Devasa Muni took note of the little girl's refined manners and listened to her eloquent words. After he had intoned mantras over the food in front of him, he smiled at Radha and said softly, "Now I will see how well you cook and how much your hero Krishna savors your cooking." But even before Devasa put the sweet rice to his lips, its aroma had already captivated his mind. It was celestial. As he ate the sweet rice, the sage could discern two things. Materially, it was perfect in appearance, taste, and texture, and spiritually, it was mixed with prema from both Radha, the cook, and Krishna, the enjoyer. So there is a story, actually. Srila Prabhupada, one time, he made khichdi for his Guru Maharaj. It was his Guru Maharaj's disappearance day. And one of the devotees in Prabhupada Memories says that after Prabhupada had prepared it, they all took some, and immediately they could feel this prema, suffusing them. And they said then nobody said anything. Everybody was just really silent, and they all just crawled over to the pot and all started taking more scoopfuls out, and they were just completely absorbed, There was so much prema in the khichdi that Prabhupada had cooked. Without looking up the sage, ate every last drop of sweet rice, his bliss increasing with each mouthful. There could be no doubt about it. A child with such sublime touch must be the Supreme Lord's consort. Under the influence of spiritual ecstasy, Devasa Muni foresaw both how Radha and Krishna's loving pastimes would unfold on the petals of the lotus of Braj, as well as his service to the divine couple. So Devasa Muni, seeing into the future, realizes, I'm going to give a benediction now, and this benediction is going to be the excuse for Radharani to cook every day for Krishna. Devasa understood that he would come to be known throughout Braj as the initiator of one of Krishna's important daily pastimes. So it's called Ashtakaliya Leela. It's 8-fold pastimes that take place. So on the one hand, they're eternal, but at the same time, they also have an origin, which is interesting, isn't it? For Yashoda Devi would soon ask Radha to cook for Krishna every morning. After washing his hands, feet, and mouth, the Muni scanned the courtyard, looking first at the Brajvasis who had crowded around him, and then at the little girl patiently standing there before him. Trying to wrest control over his ecstasy, Devasa spoke to little Radha. "O child, you have served me with devotion and given me a taste of your unmatched culinary skill. I must reward you. In the form of the following blessing, I shall share with you half of my austerities. Hearing this, the Brajvasis whispered to one another. Radha joined their palms in respect. So she gets half of the austerities of Devasa Muni. The Muni's eyes clouded with tears. He said, I declare that whatever you cook will taste like nectar. In addition, whoever tastes it will never see disease, defeat from enemies, or bad fortune. O Radha, as long as the world turns, you will be famous as the Empress of Cooks, and because everything you touch will turn to nectar, you will be known by the name Amritapani, Tat Sat. After hearing this wonderful blessing, Vrishabhanu, Ketidar, and little Radharani bowed down together to offer their respectful obeisances at the feet of the sage, and the villagers buzzed with excitement. His mission complete, Devasa Muni suddenly disappeared, leaving the assembly of Gopas and Gopis wondering how he had departed. Overjoyed for her daughter, Ketidar kissed and embraced Radharani. As she tightly held their effulgent child in her arms, Ketidar exclaimed, "Oh, Radha, how fortunate we are! By the sage's blessing, even the Supreme Lord will insist on eating from your hands. Just imagine." Mother Ketidar was right. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was extremely eager to savor the tastes of amorous love with which Srimati Radharani would spice every dish she cooked. So when Krishna is eating, Mother Yashoda is trying to get him to eat more. And every time he eats something that Radharani's cooked, then he goes into ecstasy. So he's kind of like, and Mother Yashoda's going, come on, you know. So he's trying to eat it. And at the same time, he's like, wow. So that's the pastime. So as a result of Devasa's public blessing, all of Vrindavan soon resounded with the news that Radharani's cooking surpassed that of Lakshmi Devi, and that was the cause of all good fortune whoever ate it. When Mother Yashoda came to hear that whatever Radha cooked acted like the armor of Lord Narayan, she at once thought of her son Krishna, who was a constant target for ferocious demons. Yashoda and Ketidar were very close friends, and so Yashoda had no qualms about asking Radha to cook for Krishna every day, knowing that through Radha's hands, he would get Devasa's potent blessings. It is doubtful that as a small child, Radharani would have traveled to Gokul every day to cook for Krishna, but it is certain that she made daily trips to Nandagram after her family had moved to Vaishana. Our Vaishnavacharyas, however, mostly describe her treks to Nandagram from Yavat, not from Vaishana, and her preparing Krishna's breakfast there after she married the Gopa, Abhimanyu. Jai. Srimati Radharani ki. Go to Premanandi. Okay, so. Yeah.
Sri Radha Kripa Kataksh translation. O you who are adorned by the leaders of multitude of sages, O you who takes away the miseries of the three worlds, O you whose face joyfully blooms like a lotus flower, O you who delights in playing love sports throughout the secret forest bower houses, O most charming daughter of Vrishabhanu, beloved of the king of Vraja, Shri Krishna, O you who are always associated with the king of Raja Shri Krishna, when, oh when, will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you who dwells in pavilion with a canopy of creepers spread over the branches of Ashoka trees, O you whose soft, delicate feet radiate the pink coral color of freshly sprouted tree buds, O you whose upraised hands bestow the benediction of fearlessness, O you who are the source of divine opulences, when, oh when, will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you, with the bow of Cupid, your delightful, auspicious, crooked, bending eyebrows, you shoot your arrow messages of love from the corners of your eyes, which cause the charming son of Nanda to be struck with amorous diligence of noble submission to you for all eternity. O one, will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you, whose golden form is brilliantly effulgent like lightning and champaka flowers. O you, whose effulgent face eclipses the beauty of millions of full autumn moons. O you, whose restless eyes are like chakora partridges moving to and fro. O one, will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you, who are an extremely joyful love happy youth. O you who are decorated with the great happiness of love, intoxicated jealousy, pouting in anger. O you who has extreme pure loving affection for your beloved Sri Krishna. O you who O you, the most expert in all the various acts of amorous love. O you, the most learned in arranging amorous pastimes of pure love in super opulent secret powerhouses in the best of forests. When will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you who are decorated with the diamond necklace of a limitless variety of feminine charms like artistic amorous gestures, ecstatic loving moods, and gentle mannerisms. O you whose incomparable ecstatic loves make your perfect breasts very plump like golden water jugs or like the temple mounts of a young elephant. O you whose enchanting mild sweet smile is like a line of flower pollen on the ocean of joy, when oh when will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you whose arms are like fresh creepers of the lotus stems, playfully swaying in waves of the river of your joy of your youthful pastimes. O you whose seductive, very dark blue Neela eyes are like the tip of a creeper blown by a gentle breeze. O you whose playful sports and alluring movements so enchant Mohan Krishna that he appears hypnotized by you into wonderful meetings. O when will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you smooth conch shell like neck marked with three lines is decorated with a pure gold necklace. O you whose three strand necklace of woven jasmine garlands decorated with diamonds, emeralds, and pearls radiates splendid effulgence. O you whose every dark blue Neela braids of hair are interwoven with the bunches of flowers. When will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of God's mercy? O you whose round hips are decorated with a belt of dangling flowers. O you whose charmingly thin waist is decorated by a belt of tiny tinkling jeweled bells. O you whose beautifully shaped legs taper gracefully from your thigh like the trunk of the king of elephants. When will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of God's mercy? O you whose captivating ankle bells make the sounds of various kinds of divine mantras, resembling a group of royal swans singing. O you whose extreme super excellent movements put to shame the swaying of a golden creeper. O when will you make me the object of his sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O you who is humbly worshipped by all the Lord Brahmas in unlimited millions of universes created by Lord Vishnu. O you who is the bestower of benedictions to the daughter of the Himalayas, Parvati, Shiva's wife, the daughter of Pulama, Sachi, Indra's wife, and to Brahma's wife, Saraswati. O you whose toenails glow with the radiance of boundless mystic perfections and opulences, when will you make me the object of your sidelong glance of causeless mercy? O Goddess, leader of Vedic sacrifices, O Goddess, leader of pious activities, O Goddess, leader of spontaneous devotional service, O Goddess, leader of all the demigods and goddesses, O Goddess, leader of all the knowledge in the three Vedics, in the Vedas, O Goddess, leader of enforcing scriptural principles, O Goddess, leader of forgiveness, O Goddess, leader of pleasure forest of Vrindavan, O Goddess, leader of Vraja, O one and only authority who regulates entrance into Vraja, O Radhika, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto you. May Shri Vrishabhanu Nandini, upon hearing my astonishing prayer recited, bestow her most merciful sidelong glance upon the speaker. At that time, one will feel all the effects of past, present, and future karma completely destroyed and gain entrance into the assembly of Nandanandana's Krishna's eternal loving devotees. That aspiring devotee who chants this prayer on the full moon day, waxing 8th lunar day, 10th lunar day, 11th lunar day, Ekadashi, and 13th lunar day will find his mind and intelligence become pure. Each and every desire will be fulfilled without fail, and by the most merciful sidelong glance of Sri Radha, one will obtain pure ecstatic love, prema. The aspiring devotee who recites this prayer 100 times while in the waters of Sri Radhakunda up to the thighs, navel, chest, or neck attains complete perfection in religiosity, economic development, fulfillment of desires, and liberation. The power of by which everything spoken will come true, and great opulence from attaining transcendental majesty. At that time, one gets to meet Sri Radhika face to face, seeing her even with one's own present eyes, and Sri Radhika becomes so pleased that she instantly bestows the greatest benediction of being able to see her own beloved Shyamasundar Krishna with one's present eyes. Then, Lord Krishna, the Lord of Rajadhama, grants one entrance into his eternal ecstatic pastimes, which is the only goal for which true Vaishnavas hanker. मुनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते त्रिलोकशोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्रपङ्कजे निकुञ्जभूविलासिनि मनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते त्रिलोकशोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्रपङ्कजे निकुञ्जभूविलासिनि मुनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते वजेन्द्रभानुनन्दिनी वजेन्द्रसूनुसङ्गते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् वजेन्द्रभानुनन्दिनी वजेन्द्रसूनुसङ्गते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अशोकवृक्षवल्लरी वितानमण्डपस्थिते प्रवालवालपल्लव प्रभानुनाङ्घ्रिकोमले वराभ्यस्फुरत्करे प्रभूत सम्पदालये कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनङ्गरङ्गमङ्गलप्रसङ्गभङ्गुरा भ्रुवं सविप्रवं ससम्भ्रमं त्रिगन्तबाणपाटने निरन्तरं वशीकृता प्रतीतिनन्दनन्दने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् तदित्सुवर्णचम्पक प्रदीप्तगौरविग्रहे मुखाप्रभा परासत कोटिसारदेनुमण्डले विचित्रचित्रसञ्चर चकोरसावलोचने कदा करिष्यसि कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मदोन्मति यौवने प्रमोदमानमण्डिते प्रियानुरागरञ्जिते कलाविलासपण्डिते अनन्य कुञ्जराज कामकेलि कोविदे कदा करिष्यसि मम कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अशेषहावभावधीरहीरहारभूषिते प्रभूतशातकुम्भकुम्भकुम्भिकुम्भशुस्तनि प्रशस्तमण्डहास्यचूर्णपूर्णशौख्यसागरे कदा करिष्यसि मम कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मृणालवालवल्लरी तरङ्गरङ्गदोलते लतागलस्य लोलनीललोचनावलोकने ललन् लुलन् मिलन् मनोज्ञमुग्धमोहनाश्रिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् सुवर्णमालिकाञ्चिते त्रिरेखकम्बुकण्ठगे त्रिसूत्रमङ्गली गुणत्रिरत्नदीप्तिदीदिते सलोलनीलकुण्तला प्रसूनगुच्छगुम्फिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् नितम्बबिम्बलम्बन पुष्पमेघलागुणे प्रशस्तरत्नकिङ्किणी कलापमध्यमञ्जुले करीन्द्रसुन्दरतन्दिकावरोह सौभगोरके कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनेकमत्र नन्दमज्नुपुरा वृक्षस्खलित समाजराज हंस वंश निक्वनान्ति गौरवे विलोल हेमवल्लरी विदम्ब चारु चङ्क्रमे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनन्तकोटिविष्णुलोकनम्रपद्मचाजिते हिमाद्रिचिपुलामजा विरिञ्च पादपाजिते अपार सिद्धिरिद्धि दिग्गसत्पदाङ्गुलीनके कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मखेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वदेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेद भारतेश्वरी प्रमाण शासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोद काननेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपेशि राधिका नमस्तुते इति मम दूतं स्वं निशम्य भानुनन्दिनी करोतु सन्ततं जनं कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् भवेत् तदैव सञ्चिता त्रिरूपकर्मनाशनं भवेत् तदा वजेन्द्रशूनुमण्डलप्रवेशनम् मुनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते त्रिलोकशोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्रपङ्कजे निकुञ्जभूविलासिनि वजेन्द्रभानुनन्दिनी वजेन्द्रसूनुसङ्गते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् श्री श्री राधाष्टमी की जय।
Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Okay, so I've been asked to discuss about Srimati Radharani. I'm laughing. You know why? Because this is the most confidential topic and I know nothing. So I'll try to repeat whatever I've heard and read. And this topic is confidential. We'll discuss why. And then, but once a year we have Radhastami, so we have to speak about Srimati Radharani as well. So we'll try to understand in 1 hour's few phases of Srimati Radharani, or how can we understand Srimati Radharani in a bit by bit, and let's see where we go. As I said, I don't know anything. Please forgive me if there's any mistakes, and please interrupt and stop me as well in the middle if needed. So on that note, let's try to discuss about this very important topic as well. मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यसतारिणे। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Let's offer our obeisances to Srimati Radharani and beg her permission to discuss about her. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय. So, Radha Tattva. There are so many tattvas. We start with Jiva Tattva, Ishwar Tattva, Maya Tattva, Nam Tattva, Dham Tattva, Shiva Tattva, and so many. And it's been described that Shiva Tattva is very complex. Without proper understanding, without proper knowledge from Parampara, we get bewildered about understanding who Lord Shiva is most of the time. And in a similar way, this Tattva, Radha Tattva or Srimati Radharani is called as Guhya, or very, very confidential. Even many times it's being said that the topmost Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, right, it speaks about Krishna, but it barely speaks about Srimati Radharani. However, also the reason is, Prabhupada gives the reason, if you go to a vegetable market, you can find so many people there, isn't it? Maybe the whole village there, at least one person from the whole village doing some shopping or grocery shopping over there. But when you go to diamond shop, what happens? Very few, very minimal, right? Because why? It's a diamond, it's not just vegetable. And another example is given is like, when you go to Vrindavan, generally we see monkeys jumping from here and there. And what they do? They snatch this thing from our hands, isn't it? Sometimes if we have some banana or something, they'll come and take away. Oh yes, glasses, very important, glasses. Because where we know very well that monkeys are there in Vrindavan and they can snatch any point of time. If you are there, what will you do with your wallet? Hide it, isn't it? That's why you're hiding your wallet is very precious. You know very well, if my glasses goes away, I can buy it again. But if my wallet goes now, I'm in trouble, isn't it? It's everything in there. In the similar way, Srimati Radha Rani or her tattva is being hidden in Srimad Bhagavatam. And even Mahaprabhu, he hides as well, isn't it? It's not so openly discussed everywhere. If you see our Goswamis also, they never talk about Srimati Radharani openly. However, they were manjaris, right? They were manjari bhavas, but still, what they used to do? They take the chanting Sankhya Purvak Nama Gana TV. So they used to chant their proper Nam Sankhya Purvak, 16 rounds for us. For them, it was more higher, right? And then they have controlled their senses completely. Still, they have never discussed these topics publicly. That's just so secret. And before moving to there, let's try to understand about, are we qualified to understand Srimati Radharani? We'll spend some 5-10 minutes to understand this topic. Are we qualified to understand Srimati Radharani, or how can we approach to understand who Srimati Radharani is? Right. So for that, I'll just give one example, and then from there we'll move ahead. Yeah. So what happened? Can I get some water, please? So Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami's disciple Srinivas Acharya and his disciple Ramachandra Kaviraj. So once, by chanting the holy name Srinivas Acharya, he went to Samadhi. So what's Samadhi? So Dharana, Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi. Dhyan means getting absorbed in the holy name. You can hold the holy name for some time, and then getting more absorbed. And in Samadhi, you are completely lost in the holy name. And on that elevated level, they actually can think about, they can go into the, because they are manjaris, they go into the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So once, what happened? Srinivas Acharya, thank you. Srinivas Acharya, he was sitting, but like dead. And then the devotees nearby, they called the disciples, and everyone say, "Oh, come up! What happened? See, to Srinivas Acharya, he's just sitting, not moving at all." And they put some, cotton on the nose, nothing happening. And then they call their disciples, called as Ramachandra Kaviraj, because he knew very well what's happening. And then when he saw, he could understand something, he could smell something, that where my Guru Maharaj would have been went to, because he was in Samadhi. And then his Ramachandra Kaviraj, he sat beside him and started chanting the holy name very intensely, with completely absorbed. And after some time, he was out. He was completely, looks like he's dead as well. Means actually they were completely in Samadhi. They went to another world. What happened there? So it happened that Srimati Radharani has lost her anklet, her nupura, and everyone they are searching the nupura. So to search the nupura, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Srinivas Acharya, they are already there. They are searching where the nupura is. They are finding in the forest. Oh my God, where it went to? Srimati Radharani's nupura is where it is. They are lost. And Ramachandra Kaviraj, actually, he also went into the trance and started searching. Finally, Ramachandra Kaviraj, he found the nupur. And what he did is, he took out the nupur, the anklet, and then gave to his guru, Srinivas Acharya. Basically, Srinivas Acharya was Mani Manjari, and Ramachandra Kaviraj was Karuna Manjari. So he gave to his guru, and then eventually Radharani got her. As Radharani got, so the chaos finished now, right? Chaos is finished. Gopal Bhatta Goswami came back to his own Swarup in the metal world, and then again Srinivas Acharya came back, and behind Ramachandra Kaviraj came back. So what happens normally is, by hearing these pastimes, a greed develops in our own self, isn't it? Oh wow, how can I enter this pastime? The desire comes up, right? How can we enter these pastimes? So here, Prabhupada and Acharyas guides us. It should not be whimsically. It should not be sahajiyas. You should not try try to imitate these topics, or try to imitate that, okay, I have become Gopi now. In one of the, when Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, someone, a devotee, he heard this kind of pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and then he heard that someone, other gurus, they can actually let you know what your sarupa is. And he went to him and asked him, may I know what my sarupa is? And then he said, yes, your sarupa was peacock. So he came temple and started behaving like peacocks. And then Prabhupada says, what happened to him? And then Prabhupada got to know that, okay, Prabhupada, actually he went to somewhere and then he got to know that his sarupa is peacock. So Prabhupada that warned, this is wrong. It's not so cheap to understand who we are. And that is why Prabhupada has laid down the step-by-step process to understand Radharani. Even Mahaprabhu in public, whenever he speak to public, he always spoke about the holy name. In confidentially, he discussed about his pastimes, but in public, I've heard many devotees, whenever they speak to someone about who Mahaprabhu is, start saying directly, Mahaprabhu is actually is in Radha Avataras, and he has came to understand Srimati Radharani. So when we speak these things to someone, a neophyte or newcomer, they'll get bewildered. And these are not topics which we need to discuss. What we can share is that Mahaprabhu has came us to give this very, very important thing, that is the holy name. And let the holy name inspire the persons who they are, as our Rupa Goswami says, that when time comes, Swayam eva spratayadaha, this will, our Sarupa will be known to us Swayam by Krishna. Krishna is residing within our heart. Before getting away of our anarthas, still have the sex desire, still have the desire to enjoy this material world, how can we understand Srimati Radharani? Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he came to understand Srimati Radharani. So who we are, he cannot understand who Srimati Radharani is. He comes every time. So when he comes, the love of Srimati Radharani for Krishna increases more. And when he go back, he says, oh, it's increased. And he comes back again to relish those pastimes, to understand those. So this is so confidential that is even Krishna cannot understand Srimati Radharani completely. And that's why Krishna says what he says. He says that Krishna, even our Chaitanya Charitamrita says, who Krishna and Radha are. Right? They are not like material human being. Right? So Krishna is Rasho Vaisaha. Rasho Vaisaha means Krishna is full of mellows, full of Rasha. And even Rupa Goswami says, he says he is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. So Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Without understanding Krishna Tattva, we cannot understand what is Radha Tattva. So let's go back and see what Krishna Tattva is before going to Srimati Radharani. So to understand Srimati Radharani, we have to follow the process step by step given by bona fide acharyas, not whimsically. And I was hearing a class a long time back. It says, there is no shortcut, absolutely no shortcut to understand Krishna and Radharani or going back to Godhead. There is no shortcut. So don't try to jump like monkeys. That was the line. I'm just repeating it. So don't try to jump like monkeys. Absolutely no shortcut. Even there are so many, we can see so many there are where they say, okay, you come, I'll give you some mantra, you will become this and that. That never happens. And how Prabhupada has given us this process of chanting the holy name, go to the stages step by step, and aptarnistha, ruchi, and then actually we can feel those things. So what important is absorb ourselves more in the holy name, and gradually we will see it will get revealed. The holy name has a power and it will reveal to us. And it has, the proof is it has revealed to the Goswamis, and Goswamis has given us in all the Shastra step by step process there. Like, so I've asked actually to, I don't want to reveal the name, but I've asked us very, you can say sannyasi, I said that, Mara, actually I want to read more about Krishna and other pastime, understand this more a bit. And then he says, what books shall I read? I think I'm discussing this point at almost 2 years back, and then Maharaj, replied. So there are so many things, right? Leela Madhav and other sastras by Goswamis, where actually we can, Dan Ke Lukomudini, right? Others, there are pastimes we can read it. And Maharaj replied, read Krishna book again and again. Right? So Krishna book, Prabhupada has given us Krishna book. So read it again and again. He said, just read Krishna book again and again. That's all. So though we don't have to reinvent the wheel, it's already there. We have to just follow the process, what our acharyas are saying. That's it. We don't have to go anywhere else. I'm sitting in the Vyasasana now. It's been almost 12, 13 years in the Prabhupada movement. But you know what? I have not read these 5 chapters, Pancharasya Adhyaya, where Rasa dances happen. I feel still I'm not qualified to enter those pastimes. I have never read it yet. I've gone through Krishna book, I've gone through Canto 10, but just those 5 chapters I've passed like done. Because there are so many anartha within my own self that, why I can't enter into to those chapters to understand what they are. And I think when time will come, I'll go back again over there. So the point is not trying to understand whimsically, rather let Krishna inspire within us. And Goswami says this should be kept very internally, because these are very, very confidential. Even Mahaprabhu never revealed to in public. So we should try to have this very confidentially. So let's go back now to understand who Krishna is, and then we'll come back to Srimati Radharani. As I said, there are so many tattvas: Jiva tattva, Nama tattva, Dhama tattva, Maya tattva, Iswara tattva, Shiva tattva, and Radharani tattva is one of the most confidential. So, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami explains nicely. He takes us the journey of Gopakumara. He takes us, this Gopakumaras, to a Brahmana. That, Brahmana is a great devotee. And then when Brahmana is being approached by Gopakumar, Gopakumar says, the greatest of me is king. And from the king, it goes towards Indradev. And then from Indradev goes towards Brahma. And from Brahma, Shiva. So the hierarchy is a priest in South India, then it goes towards a king, then higher devotee of those of the king is Indra, and higher than Indra is Lord Brahma. So the hierarchy of devotees is going higher, and it goes to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva says, no, it's someone more devoted than me. That's Prahlad Maharaj. And Gopakumar, when approached, I'm actually passing this story very fastly. It's a huge 2 volumes of Bhagavatamrita, Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And Prahlad Maharaj says, Hanuman is the best of devotees. Gopakumar approached Hanuman. Hanuman says, no, I am not the best of devotees. The Pandavas are the best of devotees, because Pandavas were with Krishna himself. Right? No one else can become more. Krishna was associating with them all the time. And even Krishna was playing with them. Right? Krishna was pulling the chariot. So who else can do? So Pandavas, when Pandavas, they say, no, Ugrasen is the highest than us. Gopakumar went to Ugrasen, and from Ugrasen said, Uddhava is a pure devotee of the Lord. We see the pastimes of Uddhava when it comes to Vrindavan. He got mad by seeing the reciprocation of the gopis. Right? He says, okay, I just came to let you know that, calm down, Krishna is coming. They are just weeping and weeping and weeping for Krishna. And then Uddhava says, oh, I am one of the best devotees. He was actually on Gyanis. But when he saw the gopis, he understood actually something higher than that is. And then Uddhava says, Brajavasis are pure than me. So no one more, or no one the best devotees than Brajavasis. So come back to Vrindavan. And the Brajavasis, among the Brajavasis, the Brajagopis are the best devotee of the Lord. There's a pastimes, isn't it? Once Narada Muni Krishna tried to test Narada Muni. He says, I'm having a severe headache, and my headache can only go away if the dust of my devotees are being rubbed in my head. Narada Muni says, okay. Narada Muni says, no one is going to give the dust of their lotus feet for your head. He said, you try. Narada Muni went here and there. He says, no one is agreeing. Then he says, hey, go now to gopis. And then when Narada Muni comes to gopis, what the gopi did? He said, take as much as you want. Narada Muni says, are you okay? You know what you are giving? You are giving a dust for the head of Krishna. You will go and suffer in the hell. Gopi says, we don't care. What we care is that Krishna get cured from his headache. That's all we care about. We don't care about going to hell or heaven or anything. Take as much as just you want. So no one else can become more dear or lovable to Krishna than the gopis. And from the gopis, the topmost gopi is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani, I will discuss about what Srimati Radharani, who Srimati Radharani is more in next an hour. It's been described that no one can become Srimati Radharani, or no one was as equal to Srimati Radharani in the past. No one can be as devoted to Sri Krishna as Srimati Radharani does in present, and no one can be in the future. So the position of Srimati Radharani is always remain on the top. No one else in this world can excel this position. Even no one else can take this position at all. People can take the position of Brahma, Indra, but forget about Srimati Radharani. That the position of Srimati Radharani is. So, saying that, is being described that Sri Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srimad Bhagavatam says many a times, even Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and any scriptures you take on, Lord Brahma says, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. So he is saying that Lord Krishna is the Parama Ishvara. Ishvara means what? Ishvara means controller. Actually, we all are Ishvara in one sense, because we all are controller. But Param Ishvara is just only one. No one else can become Param Ishvara. Param Ishvara is Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ete chamsa kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. Why is he saying? No, he could have said something else as well. Bhagavatam says Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. The Swam Bhagavan is only Krishna. And everyone else, Prabhupada translates as part and parcel of Krishna. Nothing else. So we are all actually part and parcel of Krishna. And our duty is to serve Krishna in that mood. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that there is nothing beyond me. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre managara eva. So there is nothing beyond me that is done. Mata paratam nanyat kanchit asti dhananjay. O Dhananjay, O Sanjay, O Arjuna, there is nothing beyond me. So Krishna says nothing beyond me. Lord Brahma says Krishnastu Bhagavana Swam, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Right? And Lord Shiva in Rudra Gita also says that Supreme is the Krishna. So why there is confusion within us? We are just a minute living entity, but still we have so much of confusion that who is Supreme Being? Lord Brahma, he has 4 heads, and in 4 heads he is actually singing the Vedas. He is saying that Ishvara Parama Krishna, and his body is Sachidananda Vigraha. He is not made from this Panchamahabhut. He is Param Ishvara. So there is no question of any doubt that who is Supreme Being. And going ahead, this Krishna bows down to a personality, and that personality is Srimati Radharani. Right? Are you getting a point? So that Krishna is bowing down to someone, and that is only Srimati Radharani. Krishna never bows down to anyone else. That he is always there with Srimati Radharani. And Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that Radha Krishna ek atma dui deyadhari. So Radha and Krishna, they are actually just one, but they take dui deyadhari, they take 2 bodies. Right? One atma, 2 bodies. Why? Anya anya vilasa kare, vilasa rasa ashwadana kari. So before discussing this verse, let's understand why does Krishna appears. Any thought? Why Krishna appears? Why Krishna came? Yes, Prabhu. To enjoy pastime on the spot. Yes. He comes to enjoy pastime. This verse says, Anyani vilasha rase aswadana kari, to enjoy the pastimes. And just imagine if Krishna, when he wants to enjoy the Bira Rasa, what happens? Jaya Vijaya comes down. He knows very well that in this material world, no one can fight with me. So let Jaya Vijaya come and let me give them the full power to fight with me. And what happens? Hinaksh, one slap done. Right? Kansa, just one fist done. Though he wants to enjoy fighting with them, but still they can't behold just one slap. No, when Hinaksh was fighting with Krishna, Brahma says, "Oh, Krishna, please don't do any more joking. Let's finish it away." It's getting that and getting delayed as well. So finish it. So as he wills, done. So the point is, if Krishna wants to enjoy pastime, then who shall he choose to? If you want to fight with someone, he's saying, okay, Jai Vijay, you go, I'll fight you with you. So do we think that he's going to enjoy pastime? Is we mundane, completely absorbed in metal life? No. That's why he expand himself from his from his left hand. His expansion is Srimati Radharani. So that's why he says, Radha Krishna ek atma duya deyadhari, anya anya vilasa rasa aswadana kari. So he comes to enjoy the pleasure, nothing else. And then by that time, he does so many pastimes which we relish, the devotees relish, understands, okay, wow, actually we can take part in Krishna Leela. And the devotee was saying that how can we take part in Krishna Leela? So when we take in the parampara of Prabhupada, especially, and then we purify our existence by chanting the holy name, once we purify our existence, then in next life, so generally we say, okay, we'll go back to Godhead, isn't it? But that's not the fact. The fact is that in this life we are preparing to enter into somewhere other universes where Krishna's pastimes are going on, so that actually we can learn to take in the part before going to back to Godhead. So training needs to happen, and training happens in this material world, so that once you go back, there is no more mistakes, and you do things perfectly. There is no more envy, there is no more jealousy, there is no more all these anarthas, all finished, right? So understanding Srimati Radharani is that we need to understand the supremacy of Krishna first, and then we can go to Srimati Radharani. So let's see a couple of more verses from our Shastras. It says that Eka Jyoti Rabo Dvidha Radha Madhava Rupakam. The one single effulgence, Paramaram Brahma, is resplendent in two ways as Radha and Madhava. As we know that Krishna and Balram are the same, isn't it? Just the complex and different. In a similar way, Krishna and Radha are the same. There is always a misconception happens, and a question being asked that did Krishna marry to Radharani? Prabhupada says, what does it matter to you? If they don't get married, what's happened to you? What's the problem for you too? So if Krishna and Radha, they haven't got married, why are you worried? But there are two things. One thing is that because they are one, there is no need to get married. There's just one personality. And even if, to clarify this more, or to give this answer to the mundane people, Krishna had got married as well to Radharani. Go to Vrindavan. Right? Where? Anyone knows? Vandirvan? And who was the priest? So Lord Brahma he came down to do the fire sacrifice of marriage of Radha and Krishna. Its proof is there. Still, people get bewildered. Right? And people, they sometimes says, Krishna has done this Rasa Lila, so we are allowed as well. But understanding that Krishna has done Rasa Lila with millions of gopis, and he expanded himself as millions of gopis. Can we think of expanding ourselves? Right? Even the it's understanding is that the Rasa Lila is not the mundane lust Leela. It's Rasa Leela. And Krishna was there, it's just 8 years. I think in seventh years he lifted the Govardhan, and 8th year the pastime happened. And so, and on top of that, just imagine Sukadev Goswami, the position of Sukadev Goswami, what he is, and he is narrating these pastimes. So there is no tinge of any mundane talks in this Rasa Leela, isn't it? There is no tinge of any mundane talks, but still, because the knowledge we don't get, or we don't try to understand from a parampara, we get bewildered, nothing else. And let's go back to understanding Srimati Radharani more now. So we'll discuss about a bit of Srimati Radharani's family, and then we'll take a bit more discussion, right? So it's been described that in Radha Krishna Ganadesha Deepika, and actually we should know about the family of Srimati Radharani. Why? Any thought? Why do we need to know about her family? Okay, I'll give a mundane example to understand the spiritual activities. So generally, I'm not sure about the UK, but generally in India, when someone gets married, a person, a male to a female, generally they try to understand about, okay, in the house, how many brothers, how many sisters, what they do, who are the parents, who are the grandparents. They try to know it, isn't it? Why? Because either the lady she's going to live with the family, so she should know more about it. Or the male, he should also know more about this in-laws, isn't it? And as a Gaudiya Vaishnava, we desire, our essential desire is to serve Srimati Radharani. So we should try to understand about, or try to know at least about her family as well. So it's been described that as Krishna's age never changes, right? Nava Yovana, Krishna is always youth. Have you ever seen any picture of Krishna with all beard and no, right? It's never. He's always Nava Yovana. And his age is, Rupa Goswami says exact date. He says, 15 years, 9 months, 7.5 days. That's Krishna. 15 years, 9 months, 7.5 days. And Srimati Radhani, he says 14 years, 2 months, and 15 days. So that's all the same. And sometimes for some lila, 1 year ahead goes here and there. But generally, Srimati Radharani's age is 14 years, 2 months, and 15 days. And her complexion is Tapta Kanchana. We say a prayer, right? Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. What Tapta Kanchana means? Tapta means, molten gold. So like it's been described that you take the gold mine, it mold it, and then again do it again and again. That the complexion comes out. That's the complexion of Srimati Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. And his grandfather is Mahabhanu, and his grandmother is Sukada. And maternal grandfather and mother are Indu and Mukhara. His father and mother we all know for sure, Vrishabhanu and Kritida. Right. So his younger sister is Ananya Manjari. His brother is Siddhama. Husband in the past time, so-called husband, is Abhimanyu. Right. And his father-in-law, Brikshago, and mother-in-law is Jatila. That we all know, Jatila. And sister-in-law, Kutila. And Rupa Goswami says that the Srimati Radharani has 5 types of Sakhis, like, Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, Prana Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, Prema, Preshta Sakhi, and our Goswamis, they were from Prana Sakhi, like Rupa Goswami and like Radharati Manjari is there, right? And she got cow. So just see our Krishna and Radha, they were so much dear to all the living entities, even to the animals. So they have their cow called Sunanda, and the monkey's name was Kaketi. It says very dear to Mother Srimati Radharani. And parrot. So there is a deer as well. It's a deer, and Rangini. Her name was Rangini, and the parrot is Sukshmadhi. And it's also in Rupa Goswami describes about the ornaments. So there are 2 stages of her ornaments, 18 and 18. And what kind of, it doesn't mean that Srimati Radharani wears the same ornament again every single day. Basically, these are the all jewels and ornaments. And he sees to wear the earrings. Also has names, like it's called Rochana. And she used to wear a locket. And then locket, I don't have to explain anyway whose picture would be there. So that's Krishna's picture in that. No? And this is she is one on Suklashtami, and her lotus feet has 19 marks. Krishna has 19 marks as well. 11 on the left foot and 8 on the right foot, and Krishna's got opposite. So after Rasa Dansa, what happened? In the middle, Krishna went away, isn't it? Krishna went away after leaving the Rasa dance. And why Krishna goes away? And actually Krishna goes away because they all got abhimana. They got all proud. Oh, wow, Krishna is with me only. but they didn't know that Krishna was actually with everyone. So to break that abhiman, Krishna went away. And when Krishna went away, these gopis, they started crying. They started searching Krishna. And in one pastime, it's explained that when they were going ahead to search for Krishna, Krishna tricked them. Krishna became Chaturbuj, Vishnu, and standing there. And because the gopis, they had a lot of respect towards Vishnu, right? And they came and then they asked, "Oh, Lord Vishnu, please accept our obeisances. Do you know where these 200 boy Krishna has went? Have you seen him?" And he was just laughing, right? And then just behind, Srimati Radharani came. As Srimati Radharani came, Krishna could not hold his forehand anymore. He says, "I can't cheat you anyway." So, yeah. So what happened? Then Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So Krishna went away with Srimati Radharani. So as they went away, and these gopis, they came by searching to Krishna. They saw the footprints of the Swami and Swamini, and then they could understand. Oh, so now we know where Krishna is, right? And that's why they were searching for Krishna. So Krishna has 19. Srimati Radharani also has 19 marks on their footprints, right? So what it is, it's an auspicious marks on the foot of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. And if anyone says, okay, says Radha, you can actually check her footprints, what they have. So the footprints are, the half moon, water pot, triangle, bow, god, cow's hoof print, fish, conch, dhwaja, and all these things are there in their footprints. Now, let us see more about Srimati Radharani. Right. So it's being described that nicely is being said to Narada Muni by Krishna himself. He says, Satyam Satyam Punah Satyam Satyam Eva Punah Punah. So Narada Muni says, oh my God, what it is? He says, Satyam Satyam Punah Satyam Satyam Eva Punah Punah. In Bhagavatam there's a verse comes, oh Krishna, I just missed it. Anyone remember with Satyam, the word? There are 7 truth in the verse. I'm just forgetting the first word. Trisatyam. Anyway, Kali Yuga mind. So that verse, yeah. Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasyo Yoni Nityam Cha Satyam. So Krishna's vrata, Satyavratam. So whatever Krishna speaks is actually Satya, truth. So just imagine, Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Krishna is completely truth. There is no tinge of any false. So Krishna is Satyavratam, Satyaparam, Trisatyam. Satyavratam, whatever he speaks is truth. Satyavratam, Satyaparam. He is a Param Satya. There is nothing else. We can't see ourselves as Param Satya. It's all complete gone. Krishna is Param Satya. And Trisatyam. Trisatyam means what? And all threes. Even Purushavatas, even Lila Avatara, Purushavatas and Gunavataras, and even before annihilation, after annihilation, or after creation, before creation, after annihilation, and in the middle, Krishna remains in all three stages as well. So he is saying Satyam, Satyam, Punah Satyam, Satyam Eva Punah Punah. Narada Muni says, oh Krishna, what do you want to speak to me? You are saying Satyam, Satyam, Punah Satyam. He says, oh, Narada Muni again and again, as Mahaprabhu says, 3 times, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Eva Kevalam. Again on the second line, Khalau Nasteva, 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 Gatiranatha. So there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. In the similar way, Krishna is saying Satyam, Satyam, Punah Satyam, Satyam Eva Punah Punah, Bina Radhike Prasade, Mat Prasadona Vidyate. He's saying, if someone wants to get my mercy, it has to come through Srimati Radharani. And it's been described that if Srimati Radharani says that, oh Krishna, please accept, I would say my name at least. Please accept all of us. And Krishna can never say no. That's what Srimati Radharani's words are. And even even if we have no qualification in any sense, but if Srimati Radharani says, Krishna, accept this person, Srimati Radharani has no other choice. That's all, right? Our Shastra says, even then the next comes is what is we are discussing about is who Radharani is. So, to understand this, we discussed about Krishna and Radha are one, just for the vilasa, rasa, they expand. And also we discussed about that Krishna is completely full of rasas, full of mellows, and is a how can we understand this point? The all rasas, even not 5, just all 12, primary 5, secondary 7, all rasas are full in Krishna. And in just only in one verse, actually, we can understand this. In when Krishna entered the wrestling arena, right? What happened when Krishna entered? Just before that, I was hearing in another class. He says, before that, Madhu Mangal has defeated Krishna in wrestling, and putting his feet on Krishna's body and says, "Okay, I'm the winner." See, his Krishna lying down. And when that Krishna entered the arena of Kansa, what happened? Mother Devaki and Vasudeva, they are feeling the parental love. And then what happens to Kansa? He sees Krishna as death. What happened to wrestler Chanukya and Mustika? They saw Krishna as thunderbolt. What happens to the coward boys? They saw Krishna as their friend. What happens to the gopis in the Mathura? They saw Krishna as the best of the men. So the same personality, just the change of eyes, just change of rasas, and they actually say, "Oh, these are the full of rasas," right? That's how. Then he says, the energy and the energetic. Prabhupada explains that energy has no meaning without energetic. Right? If you say in this mundal world that a person can lift 120 kg or whatever it is, it means what? He got strength, he got the energy to lift the weight. Just imagine the same person when he gets old, what he says, "I can't lift anymore." Why? What happened? Okay. No problem. Okay. So, the person when he gets old, he say you can lift again as well. Why? But the point is the person cannot lift it again. He says, "No, I don't have any more energy." At one point of time, he had the energy, so he could lift the weights. Now he has no energy. Means what? The energy implies energetic. He had the energy. In the similar way, the sun rays and the sun, they are all the same. You cannot take out sun rays from the sun. The existence of sun is because of sun rays. What we say in our house, whenever sun rays comes, what we say? Sun has come out. So do we mean that sun actually came in our house? No. Just by looking at sun rays, as sun rays came to our house, we say that sun has come out, isn't it? So in that way, our Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Radha Purna Sakti, Krishna Purna Sakti Man, Dui Vastu Veda Nahi, Sastra Praman. So our Sastra is evident that these two are the same. Radha Purna Sakti. So you see, all the Saktis. So when we say Saktis, we say the feminine. Mother Durga, even the gopis, even the Mahishiyas, the queens of Dwarika, Lakshmi Devi, Sahastra Lakshmi, they are all expansion of Srimati Radharani. All expansion of Srimati Radharani. Right? That's why he says Radha Purna Sakti, Krishna Purna Saktiman. Krishna is the possessor, but actually the energy is Srimati Radharani. Without that, Krishna is nothing. Krishna is nothing without Srimati Radharani. Okay, so let's see what our Goswami speaks about Srimati Radharani a bit more. Oh, 8:10 now. Out of time. But that's good. So we'll discuss a bit more, and then we'll try to stop here. He says, let's see what our Shastra says. We discussed about Ekam Jyoti Rabo Dvida. So there's one Jyoti and they expanded two. And now it says in Rig Veda, it says that Harer Ardha Tanum Radha. Harer Ardha Tanum Radha. So Harer, Krishna's, Hari's, Ardha, Adha, Tanum, half body is Radha. And then it goes more. Radhya Ardha Tanum Hari. So it means what? Both are actually one. Right? So Krishna cannot live without Radharani, and Radharani also cannot live without Krishna. Right? Then it goes more like, this nice word actually says, even in the Brahma Vairava Purana, it says, Srimati Radharani is asked that who is Krishna? And she says, Mama Eka Paurusham Rupa. Getting, he says, Mama Eka Paurusham Rupa. Who is Krishna? Radharani says, mine, masculine form. That's all. So it means what? Same. Right? And what says? It's a Gopika Manamohana. He gives pleasure to the gopis. It's just me only. Right? And then it goes more. It says, Radhaya Madhave Naiva. This word says Radhaya Madhave Naiva. Radharani is nothing without Madhava. And it goes more. Madhava Naive Radhika. So even Radharani has no existence without Krishna. Right? So that we discussed about that how this energy and energetics both are actually the same. And then it's also described that in the whole three, 14 planet system, it says, we got in time or we are running late? Because already 10 past now. Okay, 10 more minutes. Let's see. In Adi Purana, it been described that Trailokyan Prithivim Dhanyam. In this three Lokyam, means the upper planet, middle planet, and lower planet, 14 planet system. He says Prithivim Dhanyam. So why it's being said that? Let's see. It says Tatra Vrindavanam Puri. In this 14 planet system, Prithvi, just imagine where we are, it's Dhanyam. Not the Brahmaloka, not Satyaloka. Forget about Patal and Atal Sudha Palatan. Right? It says Prithvim Dhanyam. Just get proud, we are living in Prithvi, so we are actually fortunate. It says Tatra tu Gopika Partha, and even in the Vrindavan it says Tatra tu Gopika Partha. So Partha, Krishna is saying to Arjuna in Adi Purana, he's saying that in the whole 14 planet system, Prithvi is fortunate or Dhanyam, and in there is Gopika. All the gopis are fortunate. And then it goes more. Tatra Radha Avidhi Maya. So even in that, Srimati Radharani is the topmost devotee of mine. So even in Rupa Goswami also, it says in Nectar of Instructions, in the whole 14 planet system, the best place is Prithvi. And in Prithvi is India. And in India, Mathura. And in Mathura, Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan, Govardhan. In Govardhan, Radha Kund. Nothing beyond that, right? So just imagine how fortunate we are that actually we can access Vrindavan at least and get the essence of what it is in the spiritual world, right? So, uh, okay, I think we're running late by time. Okay, okay, just two more things and then we'll finish it away. Right? So, what two more things are? Understanding. Yeah, we discussed a lot of things, but still there are so many things to discuss. So, why the name Radha comes? Radha comes is like, as I discussed that Krishna is in Vrindavan, in spiritual world, not in material world, full of bliss, and he desire to expand, to enjoy. So from a left side, a very beautiful young 14 years girl appeared, and as she appeared, right, she started running to get the pick the flowers from the garden, from the Vrindavan, to offer to Krishna, right? So as Krishna wanted to enjoy rasa, that rasas ra, and as she started running Dhavati in the Vrindavan to get flowers to offer to Krishna, that name became Radha. So as she appeared and she started running, appeared because of Krishna wanted to have Rasha, and that Ra and this Dha, she started running. So the name comes as Radha. And then also there is nice Vyasadeva explains what is Radha. So yeah, certainly I'll stop here because this is going to the topmost thing to us. Nothing else we want from here. This verse says Ra Ucharana Matrena, means Ra when we say Ra. So get ready to speak as well. Ra Ucharana Matrena. Okay, let's see it. Sing it. Ra Ucharana Matrena Yami Shana Lobhate धा शब्द उच्चारण पश्चात. Hear it very, very carefully. Dadami bhakti uttama. The verse says Ra ucharana matrena. As soon as anyone speaks Ra, my ears go stands. Krishna saying, not me, right? Krishna says, my ears stands. Who spoke Ra word? And he got eager to see what next coming. So he becomes lover, he becomes eager to hear more about the word. And as soon as someone says Dha, what happens? Krishna says, Dadami Bhakti Uttama. So Krishna gives Uttama Bhakti when we say Ra, Dha, Ra, Dha. And Prabhupada, our Honoracharya, has given this name to us very nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That Hare, what Hare is? It's Radharani. It's Radharani only, right? So just imagine, and how do we take this holy name? You chant inattentively, watching movies, going into shopping mall and things. Just see the potent of this, just two words Radha. I mean, there are a lot to discuss, but yes, we'll stop here. I know we don't have any time for question answer, but still, anyone have any quick last question? No? Okay. So we'll stop here. Srimati Radharani ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Radhastami Mahotsav ki jai.
Can we read translation? All glories to Radha and Krishna and the divine forest of Vrindavan. All glories to the three presiding deities of Vrindavan, Sri Govind, Gopinath, and Madan Mohan. All glories to Shamakund, Radhakund, Govardhan Hill, and Yamuna River, Kalindi. All glories to the greatest forest known as Mahavana, where Krishna and Balram displayed all of their childhood pastimes. All glories to Keshi Ghat, where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. All glories to the Vamshivata tree, where Krishna attracted all the gopis to come by playing his flute. Glories to all the 12 forests of Vraja. At these places, the son of Nanda, Shri Krishna, performed all his pastimes. All glories to Krishna's divine father and mother, Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys headed by Sri Dama, the older brother of Srimati Radharani and Ananga Manjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Vraja. All glories to the Radha's divine father and mother Vishabhanu and the beautiful Kirtida. All glories to Purnamasi, the mother of Sandipani Muni, grandmother of Madhumangala and Nandamukhi, and beloved disciple of Devarsi Narad. All glories to the young cowherd maidens of Vraja. All glories to the Gopishwara Shiva, who resides in Vrindavan in order to protect the holy dham. All glories to Krishna's funny Brahmana friend, Madhumangala. All glories to Ramaghat, where Lord Balram performed his rasa dance. All glories to Lord Balram, the son of Rohini. All glories to all of the residents of Vrindavan. All glories to the wives of the proud Vedic Brahmanas. All glories to the wives of Kaliya serpent. Through pure devotion, they all obtained the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. All glories to the place where the rasa dance of Sri Krishna was performed. All glories to Radha and Shyam. All glories to the divine rasa dance, which is the most beautiful of Lord Krishna's pastimes. All glories to the mellow of conjugal love, which is the most excellent of all rasas and is propagated in Vraja by Sri Krishna in the form of the divine Parakiya Bhav, Paramar love. Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort, Sri Janava Devi, this very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna, sings the Sankirtan of the holy name. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Govinda Gopi Natha Madana Mohana Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavana Kishi Bhatta Bamsi Bhatta Dadasha Kanana Jaha sab leela kolo Shri Nandanandana Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya Jaya Gopagana Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Denu Vatsagana Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhiranagari Jaya Jaya Gopishwaram Vrindavana Maja Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhattu Dvijaraja Jaya Rama Ghata Jaya Rohini Nandana Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Basi Jata Jana Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyagana Bhakti Tejahara Palo Govinda Charana Shirasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radhashama Jaya Jaya Rasa Lila Sarva Manorama. Jaya Jaya Jvala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sara. परकिया भावे जहाँ ब्रजते प्रचारा. Shri Janav Pada Padma Kuriya Smarana. Dina Krishna Dase Kohe Nama Sankirtana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Shyama. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Shyama. Shri Radhastami ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Everyone is welcome to celebrate Shri Radhastami today. And I can see many new faces. So you have come to the wonderful day, which is Radhastami, which is very auspicious day. This was last week actually, but we are celebrating today in this temple. So this is Radhika Ashtakam, written by Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He's a wonderful poet. He is our Acharya. He has written many different bhajans like this. This is the most wonderful one. I would not read the whole translation. It would take long time because there are 9 verses. But I would love to read the 9th verse, which is very important. And we should know why are we singing this. And you will also feel that you're very fortunate to read this and sing this today. So the words might be a kind of tongue twisters, but please try to read it and listen and try to contemplate, saying that, "Oh Radharani, please bless me." And she is the one, she is our eternal mother to remove all the obstacles from our life. So let us try to read this and sing this for the pleasure of all the devotees, for the pleasure of the deities, and for the pleasure of the Radharani. The 9th verse, which is very important, which says, "It is very difficult for Parvati." You all know Parvati, right? Yes. And other exalted goddess to attain even a glimpse of Srimati Radharani, who is dear to Lord Krishna. But if someone glorifies her by reciting these 8 verses, then she who is delighted by Krishna's continuous association will grant the sweet nectar of her personal service to that person. She would give us her personal service, right? Who thereby enters the assembly of her similarly delighted girlfriends. So just thinking that she would give us her service, so let us recite this today. I would be reciting 2 sentences at a time, so please try to follow. Are we all ready? Kumkumaapta kanchanabja garvahari gaurabha Pitananchitabja the kirti nindi saurabha Kumkumaapta kanchanabja garvahari gaurabha Pitananchitabja gandha kirti nindi saurabha कांचनाब्ज गर्वहारि गौरभा पीतनांचिताब्ज गंध कीर्ति निंदि सौरभा बल्लवेश सूनु सर्ववांचितार्थ साधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका बल्लवेश सूनु सर्ववांचितार्थ साधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका अगेन मय्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका कौरविन्दकान्तिनिन्दि चित्रपट्टशाटिका कृष्णमत्तबृन्दकेलिपुल्लपुष्पवाटिका कृष्णविन्दकान्तिनिन्द चित्रपट्टशाटिका कृष्णमत्तबृन्दकेलिपुल्लपुष्पवाटिका कृष्णनित्यसङ्घमार्तपद्मबन्धुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमार्थ पद्म बंधुरा मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका सौकुमार्य शिष्ट पल्लवालि कीर्ति निग्रह चंद्र चंद्र नोपुलेन्दु सेव्य सीत विग्रह स्वाभिमाशु बल्लवेश कामतापबाधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका विश्वविन्द्य यौवताभिवन्दिता पिया रमा रूपनव्य यौवनन्दि सम्पदा नयत्समा शीलहार्दलीलया च शोभिस्तीपिनाधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका लीलया श्रियोस्तिनादिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका रासलास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता रम्य रूप वेश केलि सद्गुणालि मंडिता विश्वनव्य गोपयोषिदालितोऽपियाधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका रासल्यास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणालि मंडिता नित्य नव्य रूप केलि कृष्ण भाव संपदा कृष्ण राग बंध गोप यौवतेषु कंपदा कृष्ण रूप वेश केलि लग्न साविका मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदास्य दास्तु राधिका कृष्णरूप्य वेश केलिलग्न सत्त्वमाधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका स्वेदकम्पकण्ठकर्षु गद्गदादि सञ्चिता मर्षहर्ष वामतादि भावभूषणाञ्चिता कृष्णनेत्रतोषिरत्नमण्डनालिदाधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका या क्षणार्धकृष्णविप्रयोगसञ्चितोदिता नेकदन्यचापलादिभाववृन्दमोदिता यत्नलब्धकृष्णसङ्गनिग्रताखिलाधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका अष्टकेन यत्सवेन नोति कृष्णवल्लभं दर्शनेऽपि सैद्यजादियोषिदालिदुर्लभम् कृष्णसङ्घनित्यदामदासितो विभाजनं तं करोति नैत्यदालिसञ्चयाशजादनम् तं करोति नैत्यदालिसाशयाशभाजनम् कुङ्कुमात्मकाञ्चनाब्जगर्वहारि गौरभा पीतनाञ्चिताब्जगन्धकीर्तिनिन्दिसौरभा कुङ्कुमाप्तकाञ्चनाब्जगर्वहारि गौरभा पीतनाञ्चिताब्जगन्धकीर्तिनिन्दिसौरभा वल्लवेशसूनु सर्ववाञ्छिताप्तसाधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका 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 पद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदास्य दासुराधिका जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल एवरीवन जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय 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 राधा रमण हरि बोल 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 जय राधा रमण हरि बोल 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 जय जय राधा रमण 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 हरि बोल जय जय रमण हरि बोल जय राधा रमण हरि बोल श्रीमती राधा रानी की शिलाही नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की पिताई गौर प्रेमानंदी अच्छा था थैंक यू हरि दर्शन अगली बार है ना हम लोग को आप में प्रैक्टिस करेंगे थोड़ा वैसे का वैसा भजन है ना इजी हो जाएगा
हो गया ना रुपा वो
हाँ ये हो गया
बंद कर दो उसको हारमोनियम लो पीछे लेके जाओ
यमुना जी तो कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी, वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसाने री छोरी। रज धाम राधा जी की राजधानी लागे, राजधानी लागे। माने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे, माने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे। मीठी रस से भरियो रे राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे। मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे, मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे। खाना नित मुरली में तेरे सुमरे बारंबार, खाना नित मुरली में तेरे सुमरे बारंबार। कोटिन रूप धरे मन मोहन तो न पावे पार, रूप रंग की छबीली पट्टे रानी लागे, पट्टे रानी लागे। मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे, मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे। ना भावे मन माखन मिश्री अब ना कोई मिठाई, ना भावे मन माखन मिश्री अब ना कोई मिठाई। मारी जीवन लेने भावे अब तो राधा नाम मलाई। विश्वानो की लैली तो गुड़ धानी लागे, गुड़ धानी लागे। मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे, मने खारो खारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे।
तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी, वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये।
एक बार जो बोले राधा कट जाए जीवन की बाधा, एक बार जो बोले राधा कट जाए जीवन की बाधा।
राधा नाम है जिस रसना पर, राधा नाम है जिस रसना पर, उसने भक्ति ताली बजा दो, बजा दो, बजा दो राधा नाम की ताली, बजा दो राधा नाम की ताली।
मन राधे ही राधे गा,
मन श्यामा श्यामा गा। राधे 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 श्री राधे राधे, राधे राधे राधे, राधे राधे जय राधे श्री राधे।
मेरी राधा गोरी गोरी वो है वृषभानु किशोरी, तू ही राखेगी शरण में चाहे प्रीत हो तेरी थोड़ी।
मेरी राधा गोरी गोरी वो है वृषभानु किशोरी, तो राधेगी शरण में चाहे प्रीत हो तेरी थोड़ी।
तू ले ले राधा नाम तुम्हें मिल जाए घनश्याम,
तू ले ले राधा नाम तुम्हें मिल जाए घनश्याम।
बिन राधा के मुरली बाजे ना, बाजे ना।
राधा रानी के चरण प्यारे प्यारे, श्यामा प्यारी के चरण प्यारे प्यारे। अंगना में डोले रे, अंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी मोरे अंगना में डोले रे, अंगना में डोले रे, अंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी मोरे अंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी मोरे अंगना में डोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी मोरे अंगना में डोले रे, पैरों में पहलिया, पैरों में पहलिया, वाक्य छम छमा छम बोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी।
मैंने वैसे पूछी लाली कहाँ तिहारो नाम है,
मैंने वासे पूछी लाली कहाँ तिहारो नाम है, मुस्कुराते बोली वो तो, मुस्कुरा के बोली राधा रानी मेरो नाम है, छोटी सी किशोरी मोरे अंगना में डोले रे, पैरों में पहलिया, वाक्य छम छमा छम बोले रे, छोटी सी किशोरी।
Just to thank everybody for coming. Thank you. Swagatam. You're very welcome. Every Sunday we have a program here at 1:30, which starts with a Prasadam feast over in Garanga Hall. And then here at 3 o'clock we commence with Kirtan, and also there's usually some Bhagavat Sapta. So you're very welcome to come along. How many have come from the local area? Okay. And how many have traveled over an hour to get here? Wow. Haribo. Okay, good. So you're all very welcome again. So that concludes the program for Glorifying Radharani today. And over here, Garanga Hall, we're now going to serve prasadam. So you're very welcome to go along and partake. Jai. Shrimati Radharani ki. Gaura Premanandi. Haribo. Oh, sorry. Oh, there was something else. Sorry, Baleshwar. So there is a regular Sangha which is taking place on Friday, and it's the DYS course, which is Discover Yourself. Do it yourself. Discover yourself. Nobody else can do it, actually, only you. And if you want to connect, then this is the man. One of the names we call him is Baleshwar. And also, if you want to come along on Thursdays between 7 and 8, we do a Japa Sangha, and it's a Zoom link, and you can come along, and we just discuss about chanting the holy name, which is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga. So if you can chant Hare Krishna, then the doors are open to everything else. Jai. Shrimati Radharani ki. Gaura Premanandi. Sorry.